really don't. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, no matter what numbers they throw out there, maybe we need to go back. I know this is being videoed, but maybe we need to go back to Western times. When a neighbor was in trouble, they rang a bell.
Yeah.
And I think that all neighbors, when they are being bothered by IDOT or anybody else coming on their property when they're not allowed, put a cowbell out there, ring that bell, and the neighbors will come. And as you drive up into these properties, and those people are standing on those front porches, they're gonna think twice about coming back, because they know that bell is there. And it's
Well,
a
you
warning.
know
I think that would be a good thing to do. I think that it would, and to call it the media too. To let people
Whoever,
know.
bring Pell, whoever
But-
wants to
but-
film it when it's going
But
on.
eventually, if push came to shove, they have the legal structure in place.
What do you mean the legal structure? That's what I don't
They have the
understand.
Illinois statute that allows IDOT to do that.
That allows
Passed by
IDOT to come on
Passed-
your
that's
personal
right.
property.
Passed by the General Assembly of Illinois.
Really?
Yeah, it's still
Well,
Illinois.
here's the one thing. One thing that's never been done is they'll come forward and they'll go ahead and tell you this is the statute that says it. Like when they came to my property, we denied it, we denied it, we denied it. Finally, they had 3 Will County cops. Somebody was driving past my house, called me, hey Judy, it's Rocky Bannerman. 3 Will County cops coming to your front door. So they came to my front door and basically told me that they were gonna make sure that I didn't go out and harass these people. And the Will County cop says, the state's attorney in Will County said that they can do this, okay? But the thing is, I was able to delay it for a long time. What I would have to do is have my lawyer file an injunction to prevent them to do that and go to court and take that case to court to see if they actually can do that. Because if you read that legislation, it says it has to be a project to allow them to do it. So that there's a debate as to whether there is or isn't a project.
Right, what's the
Right.
project?
But you're right, Margie, in the fact that it would be great if people do that, and that is
Right.
one of my beefs. People will come to me and say, Judy, can you help me out here in Monee at the senior center? And Judy, can you come to Peatone and help us with this superintendent that we have that has gone wild? And they'll say that. Well, when I ask them, I mean, come out here and give me a hand to fight this, because every time they take away my right, they've taken away yours. You just don't know it because you're sitting in your house.
No, absolutely.
And you think the airport's a done deal, or the airport's never gonna happen, or whatever, but you're right. As a United States citizen, we should all stand up, we should all fight
For each other.
for each other, and that's
We walk
exactly
and
what
talk,
right.
so we can stay in touch and we can drive from Peatone.
Well, that is the one thing we have good with Stand, is we do have our email list, which gets a message out, and we do a
Telephone
phone
trees.
tree, yeah.
Isn't there a health situation too if you've got animals? You can't let anybody just walk onto your property.
Right.
There's a health, situation there.
I mean, they'll say
Yeah,
that they
that's
have
what I mean.
answers to all this, but,
You know.
but I think that people should just not let them on. And call other people, and, I'll come over there, and I'll stand in front of the doorway, let them arrest me. Call TV cameras, everything else. I
Quarantine
think,
the house, quarantine the house.
What?
Big quarantine sign up. We got the flu, we got
They
something
would-
else going on.
I think that it would put so much pressure on the system here to show what these people are really about. For an airport, it's never gonna happen. You're gonna be hauling people away, breaking into their houses. I mean, I think, I think that's the approach we should take at this point. Just say no, let's force them to,
Yes.
bring the police and stuff, yeah?
Could you also claim that it's unconstitutional?
Well, the lawyer would say it's already been challenged, it's constitutional, they got all this stuff. But as Judy says, there's no project. It's only constitutional if there's a project.
So it is unconstitutional then?
I believe it is. We've never taken it to court to prove it.
Would that be state or federal or both?
I think it would be
It would be state.
It would be
Yeah.
state. Federal government's not involved, it's just the state
I
right
mean,
now.
would there be a federal thing to say that the state can't do this?
Well, actually, I think Illinois
I
eminent domain
It's got
laws
its own
are
constitution.
stricter than the
Federal
federal
government.
government to this point. But still, they'll do anything they want unless people stop.
Can you in fact ask them to give proof of a project in order to
Well, they-
have,
Like I said,
they
you
would
have
just
to
say-
take them to court, you have to
I'm
have your
saying-
lawyer file an injunction, yes.
have them show you what the project is? That just says a project. What is it? Because there's nothing.
No, they'll come up with, they're saying, well, on tier 1, the FAA approved.
That's,
blah, blah,
that's
blah.
what they
Yeah,
use
yeah.
as their
And that-
approval for
Yeah,
it.
but whether or not it really has legal standing has not been determined yet. As a matter of fact, that's in court, in Will County Court at this point, and some people may be contesting the eminent domain which is taking place. I think there's a case this week, next week coming up, but nothing's going to be resolved at that point. But somewhere in that process, the attorney may end up challenging the state's authority to do eminent domain in a situation where the FAA has not come up with a record of decision.
One thing that I want to say is that the last time, I don't know, this is, oh man, my little guy, he's 14 now, and possibly he was like 5 or so when they were coming out to get on my property. And then another time, maybe 3 years later, so maybe he's 8. What happened then was they finally had an attorney from IDOT call me. And her and I went back and forth on the phone, and I asked her to provide me with this, and this. She said that she would provide me with that